All right, let's see if this shit is working, bro. Is it working? Is it working? Mm, mhm. Let's see. I don't know how to see this. Anyone know how to do it? Oh yeah, oh my. All right, can you hear me? You can hear me. All right. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm just trying to get the X stream started, and once we have that, we should be good. So just trying to remember how to do that, to be honest. Unless I did it. Oh, maybe I did it on here. I don't remember how to do it. I do not remember. Why is it so hard, dude? You can see this should be doing something, but I need to connect to OBS. We're getting there. We're getting there. So you can see here, we've got our live trading dashboard, and that's what we're actually working on in general, among a few other things, while the market's getting absolutely pummeled. So hopefully things are pumping this afternoon, but I guess we'll see, won't we? Okay, so X producer. X producer source. Create broadcast. And we should have a stream, I think. Is it working? Wow, why is it cooked like that? Ah, man. Okay, so it should work in theory, but unfortunately, it's cooked. So I'm going to add the audio. Sure is that. I don't get why this is cooked, man. Painful. It's very painful. I'm not gonna lie. Very painful. Don't know why it's like this. I don't know why it's so cooked. Hey, I think you can see something now. Okay. Video capture device. Move this shit down. Alright. I think that's kind of working now. So make sure it's pulling through. And it should be good. All right. Just gonna make sure we are working completely, and I think we are finally all good. It doesn't sound believable, but I guess we will see. Am I live? Am I live? Oh yeah? Seems like we're all good. So hopefully that's streaming good. I really, again, have no idea how this is gonna go. So I guess we will see. Um, but yeah, pretty much what I'm working on, as you can see, is some Polymarket trading bots. That's the first thing. The second thing is some agency work that I always need to do for clients, which is related to meta ads management. And this is kind of boring, obviously, but what we can do at the moment and what I've been trying to get working is a bit of an automated strategy for kind of creating new ad variations. So that's what I have been doing. Um, you'll have to ignore the cooked overlay thing that we've got going on here. I will try and improve that, but essentially what that's meant to be is a some sort of it's meant to help you out essentially, so you can kind of see what I'm doing, what I'm typing. So yes, hopefully that's all good. All right, so let's jump into it. So at the moment, yeah, I'm pretty much just reviewing these different variations for the client, as I said, and yeah, hopefully we can pull some which are going to be the they're going to be the ads that they end up using. And we want to kind of make this a completely automated process at some point as well. So if we can do that, that would be pretty sweet. If we can't, then, you know, I'm essentially just kind of building out the systems over time. I mean, I'm trying to just build out these systems that improve over time and better tracking. So there is, a few components of that. And, when you think about ads and you think about, creative testing, what used to happen in agency was kind of manual tracking, content management plan and manual tracking, which is a real absolute pain in the ass. So the idea is that everything is kind of tracked manually, well, actually not manually, automatically through Openclaw. So it kind of becomes the brain in the center of everything that you're doing. And that is obviously pretty valuable to be able to do that. So what I mean by that is, you're pulling all your latest metrics, you're pulling your best performing ads, and then you're splitting them up, you're adding new hooks on the front of those. So what that means is you can kind of separate, the starting hook with the middle content, with the end, slide, whatever that may be. And you can kind of test different performance metrics on all of those. And then the idea is that this is going to mix them up. So it's going to mix up all the different combinations and you'll be able to see the performance per combination. And it also hooks in with the Google Drive as well. So it can see all the ads and actually coordinate them with the online uploaded meta ads. And again, kind of coordinate them with their individual components as well. So that is what we are doing. That is exactly what we're doing. So as you can obviously assume, that would be really good because then we can pretty much do everything automatically. I already do have a pipeline that actually generates these videos. So I'll give you an example. And I don't think you can hear that, can you? Need to be the audio capture from gonna need to be an audio input. Is that working? All right, let's try and play this now. That would work if we put it through.
Anxiety on the kitchen bench.
Click and done. No needle anxiety.
Great.
Mate,
Okay,
fucking
so
too
I'm
bad.
pretty sure you can hear that. Do you like my naming? We could name this. Yeah, input and what the fuck is it called? 3. Wait, what was it? Audio input capture 3. Audio input capture 3. All right. I think that's going to work now. Just getting used to how this is all going to work. But I think we're better off. It doesn't seem like you're seeing the latest messages though, doesn't it? So we're just going to keep debugging that. Anyway,
Mate, been doing TRT for a year, and this thing just made it so much easier. No more needle anxiety on the kitchen bench.
Click and done. No needle anxiety.
that one's good. Great.
Look, I used to hate needle day. Found this device, and honestly, feels like a game changer for blokes like us.
Hey guys, I'm Quentin. I'm a Muay Thai fighter.
Oh, so that one's cooked.
This crate from Box Divvy saved me $60 this week, all local fruit and veg. Plus, I get paid to share it with neighbors. Have a look yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Quentin.
So it's mixing it together, which is stupid. That's so stupid. You're mixing the client's videos together, silly. They need to be kept separate and tracked separately. So they're mixing it together, which is obviously not correct. So we're going to try and fix that, obviously. And what I can do is in another one, keep playing tunage. Tell you what, streaming with OBS is good, but I've essentially needed a whole nother computer just to stream. You know what I mean? It's like it shouldn't, it's like lagging out my brand new MacBook Air M4 just to stream, plus actually work on it. Does that seem correct to you? How is anyone meant to make it? You know? Anyway, I'm ranting. Okay, so figure. Definitely do not want ads. Wait, Spotify? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but literally to do anything these days is so painful. Like to log in, try and get, I'm trying to open up Spotify, right? Now I've got to pair it. I've got to open up my phone. I've got to log into my phone. Every single time, it's like just breaking you out of the flow state. It's like we're getting into this AI flow state, and then we're just wasting. Okay. Hopefully that works. I don't know if you guys are getting a little bit of nooch, getting any nooch in. Presumably not. Hey, you, what you doing? Um, up to $1.38. So I got absolutely molested this morning and last night. I was up like, I'm gonna say like $50. I think it broke 50 USD in the positive. So it really does seem to depend on the market, how my current strategies are going in general. When it seems to be that when it's consistent, when the pricing's more consistent, then it's obviously no surprise there. But anyway, um, it's been very. I'm not really a gambling kind of person, so doing that sort of stuff is anyway. Just the quick ups and downs. It makes it exciting though, and that's why I really wanted to like start to create this sort of stuff because it's exciting. It is exciting. Like don't oh, yes. Okay, that thing's jumping around. I don't know if it's working, but anyway. Trading bot for prediction market with gasless. Yeah, I thought that was bullshit. So there's a lot of bullshit going on. I've been scrolling Twitter, I've been scrolling X in a lot of ways, and trying to find some alpha, trying to find some actually good information that we can use to again build these bots. So there's some basic strategies. We've got kind of like a divergent strategy, which means when one of the bots will actually rather when one of like the Binance markets kind of like spikes really quickly, it's basically like a latency game. So basically just trying to jump in really quick and make a trade and kind of take advantage of that latency before the market kind of reacts. And so it's all kind of based off that. It seems like the really big players are using a market making strategy, which means they're kind of betting on both sides anyway. But yeah, I haven't found any success with that. I am pushing ahead with this, you know, with this mentality and this strategy. It does, I don't know. It's up some days, it's down some days, but what I really want to do with this series is kind of give you guys an opportunity to learn, as I'm kind of learning, as I said, I'm kind of piping in these messages directly into the chat. So you can see as I'm figuring all this stuff out and as I'm doing everything that I need to do for, like I said, client work and also a mixture of this trading stuff. So I'm hoping to kind of make this like a daily series that I can just jump on, considering I'm just standing here on the computer all day, every day anyway. I might as well, do it properly, right? So that's really my mentality. Do it properly. do it properly, and get other people involved, because there's a lot of cool stuff that you can build now pretty much straight away. Even this open claw system that's been created, even this overlay that you guys see right now, which is just showing these messages. I literally just spun this up like maybe a couple of hours ago, for the purpose of, providing a better interface for you guys to see what's going on. That's pretty cool. So there's that. And what else did we build? Anyone likes Sonos? Sonos, the new speakers I don't know much about, but I have a Play One, which is like the older generation. And it's a bit of a pain in the ass because you can't AirPlay, you can't Bluetooth, you got to use their Sonos app, and you got to connect the apps through their app. And you couldn't really stream, there were no recent apps that let you stream from Mac that I could find. So parenting. So we are, I basically figured out the script again, just with Openclaw and with Opus 4.6. I was able to put something together which just, you run, and then all the audio that's going through your Mac is just streaming to the Sonos. So that's really nice. You can kind of just get a YouTube mix going and then just have it going on in the background. So that is pretty awesome to be able to do that kind of stuff. And yeah, I would love to get to a stage where I can just build, my next phase of this. And, I'd love if anyone thinks this is a good idea. Having the Ray-Bans, the Meta glasses, and having the same overlay and having the same chat messages, but I'm just on my phone chatting, and it's obviously, pulling through and whatever. But the view of what you guys are seeing is not necessarily my computer and me standing here. Instead, it's like me out in the world, just existing, like just, living life, whether it be at a cafe or walking around or walking the dog or whatever it is. I'm just, living my life. But the concept is that I can still be doing, open claw coding as well. So that is the goal, to be able to do that. And yeah, hopefully at some point I can, actually get outside, stop being so isolated, because I've got all these systems that are running in the background that can, build my business for me and can operate, this agency style model, moving more towards like a product-sized service, like an actual service which exists as a product that you are then advertising. You know what I mean? So what that means is I'm not as involved. Maybe I'm still on the phone with the clients to get stuff organized, but in general, I'm able to sell these things, sell ads management, sell this kind of mix situation where we can have UGC AI generation, we can have their existing client videos, and the actual AI component of that was already somewhat automated. So really, this is just the next key piece of the puzzle, to just have the whole thing running beautifully without me even touching it. And then, at that point, we can just absolutely scale to infinity and get heaps of clients, get their ad accounts pumping, get their ads up, and I can be chilling. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that has been pretty much the plan with this whole Life OS. I pretty much started this in 2026, just with the Claude Code Terminal. At the time, I'd found this app called Happy, and what it did was, basically provided that remote Claude Code Terminal experience. And literally within, what's been now 3 months, we now have a full built-out ecosystem. That pure magic that I discovered initially was the reason that I used Happy initially, but then obviously transitioned. But, the whole industry kind of felt that at the exact same time. And that's why, these sort of personal assistants, these kind of like Jarvis-esque assistants are so exciting, because we can do a lot with it. We can do a lot with it. So I'm hoping to do a bit of a series that, I can start to interject some Australian perspective, some hopefully useful perspective. So that's what I am doing here today, guys. That's what I'm doing.